What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Big and Blizz podcast. We are your hosts, Blizzy and Big Mike, and this is episode 37. And tonight we're starting with LeBron James breaking the all-time points record in the NBA. I hope Big has it pulled up, because I don't, because it's still counting, but I don't even remember what the record was. I know he overtook it from the legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who, mind you, Big, did you watch the game? Did you see that Kareem was sitting under one of the baskets?
Yeah.
And he looked like a fucking disgruntled old man the whole game.
That's how he always looks, though. If you ever look at him, he never looks like he's having a good time.
He's so old.
He's like that old guy, like, you walk by his house and he's like, stay off my lawn! Like, the whole, that's how he looks.
Dude, Jordan, my son, by the way, he's 15, pointed that out to me. He's like, Dad, look, Kareem looks pissed that his record's going to get broke tonight. And I was like, nah, Jordan. I was like, he looks pissed to be alive still. And not, to say anything disrespectful. That man is a fucking legend. That record stood for 38 years. I think they said LeBron was only it was 9 months before he was born.
6 or 9, something like that. It was before LeBron was born.
Before LeBron was born, that record, was put in place. And most people never thought the record would be broken. But that's the same thing with Russell Westbrook breaking the all-time triple-double record that stood for 40 years. There's records that people are like, that's never going to be broken. And they are. Like Steph Curry breaking the all-time three-point record for a career, and he's still counting and still doing big things with that. That's going to be a hard one, but I'm not sure. What's your opinion on that, Big?
So Kareem was, obviously, it was 38,387.
Gotcha.
The huge argument right now that people are saying is that LeBron has made 2,236 three-pointers.
Yeah.
More than Kareem. Kareem has one three-pointer in his...
I thought it was 2. I thought they showed 2.
No, that's 1. He has 1 make on 18 attempts.
Really?
According to NBA.com.
Well, so during the game, they showed that he had 2 3-pointers. I remember that because I said, me and Jordan were talking, and he said, Shaq only has 1. That's what they said on the live feed. And mind you, people make mistakes, but you're looking at facts on NBA.com.
Yeah, on NBA.com.
So that's probably more accurate. And before you go on, what year was the 3-pointer counted, and how long into Kareem's career was that? Do you know? Kareem played for 21 seasons. Say years, seasons, whatnot. And LeBron's in his 20th, I believe. So anybody with longevity in a ball hog has a chance of breaking this record. And, you have to be decent.
So 79, which was Magic Johnson's rookie season.
And so Magic Johnson's rookie season, Kareem was already capped. He was captain of the team. He was an OG. He was a veteran. Mind you, Kareem started his career, his first 6 years, I believe, were with the Milwaukee Bucks. So he was already with the Lakers for a minute, too, in 1979. So
he'd been in the league 10 years.
10 into his 21?
Yeah, at that point.
And 3-pointers weren't counted, so he had to do his on the back of 2-pointers, which I'm sure 70% of those were sky hooks.
Yeah.
So,
if you really think about it, if you want to get nitpicky, blah, 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 do the math. Say 2,200.
Yeah.
That's 6,600 points. That's
Yeah.
only 6,000. Only 6,000.
Yeah, he said only with air quotes. But towards the end of his career, if he can't make any more if 3-pointers aren't counted, and you got to subtract that 6,600 points, and 3-pointers aren't counted right now to this day.
Well, that's my thing. Will LeBron's number?
Would it have?
Well, I'm saying right now, if let's say he keeps playing, will his number be more than 7,000 above of Kareem's?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Gotcha. I don't think so. You think so?
Well,
What's he putting up a season? What's he averaging a season? Because he had to average 36 points a game this season, in which he was.
Yeah.
And I think he scored 40. He needed 36 going into that game. I think he scored 39 or 40. But Big Mike's looking it up right now.
His points per game, he's averaged about 30 points a game.
This season? So
No, career.
Oh, career. Times 82, three times 8's what? 24.
So if you say 30 times 82, he would only have to play, and mind you, that would mean making no three-pointers.
Yeah, that's the argument that we're going with right now.
He would have to play less than 3 seasons, like 2.5 seasons.
Yeah, well, I mean, barring a catastrophic injury, yeah, no, then you're right. Yeah,
he could, but the problem is he's going to continue to make three-pointers.
Yeah, so he's definitely going to go above 7,000. Most likely, 90% most likely, so... It is what it is, and congratulations. I'm still not willing to call him the GOAT. Not going to do that. He's not the GOAT. Michael Jordan is and forever will be the GOAT. But in your opinion, Big, your generation's a little bit younger than mine. So, I mean, you give credit to Michael Jordan, and you say Michael Jordan's the GOAT too as well,
yeah.
right? So, and before this, where'd you rank LeBron and Kobe for number 2? Who was number 2 in your opinion? I always said Kobe.
I mean, as a Lakers fan, can be kind of biased, I guess. I have to say Kobe too, and it's just I prefer, and mine is not even Lakers based, just the mentality and like
staying with one team and doing it there through the thick and thin.
Yeah, that to me is just something like, and then you got LeBron. Who, no knock to LeBron, like obviously
he's a great fucking player, one of the best. I mean, and people arguably says he's the greatest now. So, do you, with this record and his longevity, well, first off, I'm sure I know the answer. Do you think he's the best? Do you think he's better than MJ? In your opinion?
I don't think he's better than MJ.
Okay, now, both of us being dead set on Kobe being number 2, do you think he passes Kobe with this record?
So... You really have to be tough on yourself, and you have to be like, all right.
You have to be unbiased.
I think if he gets another championship,
you can't argue it.
You can't argue that he would be, and that's the thing is, when people talk about the greatest of all time, they say the greatest of a generation, and it'd be even like if he wins another championship. It would be hard not to, like, the argument for number 1 would start to be even hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I know that he's lost, like, Michael's never lost a championship. We all know that.
He's been MVP of every championship.
Like, we know that. But the problem is, like, at a point when, like, LeBron's, like, at this point, he's top 10 in almost every statistical category.
But he's only got 4 chips, right? Yeah. He's got 2 with Miami, 1 with Cleveland, 1 with LA. He's got 4 chips on 3 teams where he's built powerful teams.
If he can get 1 more, like he's just with the other top 10, because that's what I'm saying. Like if you look into it, he's top 10s in assists, steal. Like he's
rebounds,
top 10s in like all of these categories. Like you have to start being like, okay,
he's in the running. But I still
don't know if it, like personally, like the thing is because like you said, he has 6 championships,
6 MVPs,
6 MVPs of the finals.
But he's also won Defensive Player of the Year multiple times. Yeah. LeBron's never been in the running for Defensive Player of the Year,
and so that's where I get
and the MVPs, season MVPs. LeBron's got 2 or 3. I don't know. I could be wrong. I know that. Michael outweighs him by a lot on MVPs.
And to me, like the whole scoring thing, like I'm not even saying that because he's past Kareem, like we have to.
Yeah, because like you said, 3-pointers were integrated since
Well, like if I don't know if do you think you could name the top 10 scorers?
I know that it's LeBron, Karl Malone.
Carl's 3. I can't think of number 2. Kareem's 2.
Okay, yeah, it's my bad. Okay, so LeBron, Kareem, Karl Malone, Kobe.
Kobe's 4.
Is Michael 5 or 6?
Michael's 5.
So okay, I can't. After 5, I'm not sure, but I know the top 5.
Okay, so it's Dirk.
Okay,
Maybe 6.
And that was a long career too.
Wilt.
Wilt.
Long career.
Yeah. And 100 points and like
supposedly.
Yeah. Shit, there you go.
Allegedly.
Well, what 10,000 females? That's probably more accurate than the points.
So Wilt 7, Shaq's 8.
Mm-hmm. I knew Shaq was up there.
Carmelo is 9.
I saw, yeah.
And then Moses Malone is 10. None of these guys, and this is my point, like, points when you play for a long time kind of lose the weight for me when it comes to the GOAT category.
Yeah.
Because none of the lowest number of games played to be in the top 10 actually goes to Wilt Chamberlain.
Was it?
He only played 1,045 games.
Damn, that's what?
To get 12, to 7th place.
12 years? I mean, they didn't even have 82 games back then. I think they had like 70, didn't they?
Yeah, well, it varied, obviously, throughout the years. 82 came in. But so, if you think about it, nobody, even all the way down to 13th, the first time we see someone under 1,000 games is at 14.
Yeah.
And that's actually Kevin Durant.
Really? Oh, and he's got a lot more left in the tank.
And he's at 14. And then even after him, like Dominique Wilkins is at 15, over 1,000 games played.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan's at 16.
How many games does KD have, though?
978 right now.
He hasn't even hit 1,000 games?
Yeah. The next person to have under 1,000 games is at 23, and it's Jerry West.
Okay.
So the 1,000 games start getting a little bit more popular at about 30.
Yeah.
So
if you didn't Steph Curry just hit number 30 or pass number 30?
No, Steph Curry for points?
Or what is he, 33? I thought he was somewhere in the 30s or just past
40.
30. Is he really?
But he only has 864 games.
When was that updated?
I don't know. It's NBA.com.
So it's probably updated today.
Yeah, so I would hope that it's as accurate as possible. I can't guarantee, but that's why I like to be on.
Yeah, the actual website.
But if you think, so that's what my point here is. LeBron's played 1,400 games.
Yeah.
So like,
what did Kareem play? Does it say?
Oh, Kareem played.
He played the whole year.
Almost 200 games more.
Yeah, he played 1 or 2 seasons. Well, I wonder if that's because Kareem played every fucking game, barring injury.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron did what's it called when you take time off? Load management, a lot. But think about that. With load management, if he would have played the games he should have, he would have beat this record probably a season ago.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've stressed this so many times on this podcast, and I know that you've agreed to some of it, if not most of it. LeBron is one of the fucking greats. You can't take that from him. He's got the raw talent. He's great. He does everything you're supposed to. Off the court as well. No scandals. Nothing like that. He's putting kids through college and giving them educations and doing so much for, less fortunate communities. That paired with his gameplay is amazing. It's just his fucking antics. His flopping, his faking shit, his lying. It's just, that's what gets to me.
So I looked up minutes.
Okay.
How many minutes someone has put in. Kareem is number one all time for most minutes played in regular season.
On an average or total? Okay.
Total.
Okay.
With 57,446.
Jesus Christ.
So LeBron is actually almost 4,000 minutes behind that.
Damn. Because of load management.
The crazy thing is, this is crazy. Just try to guess where Michael's at.
With minutes, is it more or less?
Well, I mean, Kareem's 1, Malone's 2, LeBron's 3, all time.
For minutes?
Minutes played in their career right now.
I couldn't even begin to guess what MJ's at.
30th.
For minutes?
For minutes played in his career.
And he's fifth on the scoring?
30th for minutes.
That's crazy.
Pau Gasol almost has as many minutes played as Michael Jordan.
When you're checking out to Kobe to hit them shots, though.
Scottie Pippen has more minutes played than...
Jeez.
Scottie Pippen's 29. He only has like 58 more minutes played. But still, like, to think about it, like...
Yeah, that's wild. That's craziness.
Yeah, so to see some of these names, like, Kobe's top 10 minutes played.
Absolutely. He never wanted to come out the game. I just saw something with his trainer. I saw he was on a podcast. I don't remember the podcast. You guys can probably go on YouTube and look up keywords. But his trainer had said that that when he tore his Achilles that game and he came back to shoot those free throws, he said that, and everybody, well, people that know, that are trainers or doctors or people that are sports fans, that know when you tear your Achilles, they say it feels like somebody kicked you in your calf, in the back of your knee, your calf. That's what it feels like. So as soon as you see a player running down the court like Kevin Durant during, was it 2019 finals with the Warriors against the Raptors, he was running down the court and he limped and reached back and grabbed the back of his calf and looked behind him as if somebody hit him or kicked him. It was like a telltale sign that he tore his Achilles. But Kobe tore his Achilles and he went, limped off, and he told the trainer that he was trying to pull it back down. And his trainer was like, that's weird to me because your Achilles, the tendon doesn't just go like a spring up. It's still there, but he was literally trying to reach the back of his calf and push or pull his Achilles tendon back down. And he was talking more, I can't remember the exact words, about having to shoot the free throws. Mike, you know the rule on that. But Kobe then limped all the way to the other side of the court and talked to the other coach or something. I don't remember who they were playing. You guys have to look it up. I know I'm over here with bits and pieces, but it was just a crazy story from the trainer, and it was about his resiliency, Kobe Bryant, and how he worked and did.
Yeah, I had heard something one time where he literally had asked, "Can we just tape it up and get back out there?"
That was one of the things too.
And the trainer said, "The best I can do for you is to get you standing so that you can shoot the free throws." That was like, he's like, that's the best you can do, but then you gotta come off ASAP because there's no walking after that. But, and that was Vanessa Bryant had come out and said something, because she had asked Kobe one time why he played through all these injuries and blah 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 all this, and his statement was, because these people pay money to come watch me play. He's like, they don't pay to watch me sit. They don't pay for all this. He's like, people travel and save up money just to watch me play.
He says some of these people will never be able to go, or this will be the only game they can ever afford to go to, and they're traveling from long distances to see the team and see myself. And they might not ever have another opportunity to come see me or the team play, and I want to give them that.
Did you see? This kid had a poster. It said he drove. They traveled 2,000 miles. Not drove. But
I haven't seen this. No.
They traveled like 2,000 and something miles to watch Jimmy Butler play. And he was on a load management night. So the kid, like his family traveled the distance
just for Jimmy,
just to see, because the kid's like a super big Jimmy Butler fan, which I respect because Jimmy Butler's
he's a fucking dog.
But
ask Rachel Nichols.
Yeah, and,
allegedly.
But he was on a load management night. Didn't play at all.
Did he? I mean,
I didn't see anything else where like Jimmy went up there and said anything. But honestly, I'm gonna look at it while we're talking.
Yeah,
but Jimmy Butler.
If that made a headline or a story, then he probably did something. Especially Jimmy's background. So, have you heard the? Oh my god, dude! I've been mixed up words all fucking night. The theory that Jimmy Butler is actually Michael Jordan's son.
Yes, I
okay,
yeah.
So that's crazy to me. It's not crazy. Like, if you look at it, Jimmy doesn't look too far off from Michael. Excuse me. And Michael's actual kids look farther away than Jimmy does.
So this kid came from Argentina.
Oh yeah, 2,800 miles. Yeah. Holy shit.
It was 7,000 kilometers. Whatever that is.
Was it like 3 point something kilometers per mile? So like.
Jimmy Butler brought him onto the court and stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, I figured so did you. Figured that Jimmy would have done something for that. But yeah, they're saying that Jimmy is Michael Jordan's son, and there's a lot of things, if you guys look it up, that really adds up to it. Just Google or go on YouTube and look up Jimmy Butler, Michael Jordan's son, and you'll see a lot of facts.
Yeah, so it said the night didn't take a turn for the fan. After Butler heard about the situation, he went and met with the boy, his family, took him on a tour of the whole stadium.
Was that in Miami or Chicago?
In Miami.
Miami, gotcha.
Gave him a shirt, signed a ball, and allowed him to sit courtside for the next game.
That's dope.
And watch Jimmy score 29 in a 98-95 win against Boston.
That's what's up.
Yeah, see, like, I didn't look too far into it. I saw, obviously, the headline saying that this kid traveled. But just knowing, like, not knowing Jimmy, because I don't know Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, but knowing
like, what we've seen
or heard
and
of
how he acts and stuff, there's no way he was going to let that kid get away without a signature or something.
Yeah, to make his life, his world, his day, whatever it may be.
Dude, to travel from Argentina to Miami, though?
I mean, that's a hell of a vacation, not going to a game. Fuck.
Right?
I mean, Argentina's a beautiful place, too. So, I mean, there's people from Miami that probably travel to Argentina on vacay. You feel me?
Facts.
So, how they call it over there, holiday? Or is that just like an England thing?
I don't know.
But I know it's the lingo's crazy and different. Are we sticking with NBA? Or are we going to the big thing tomorrow?
We can come back to all the trades, but we got to talk about the
big game. So we're recording this Saturday night. What's the date? The 11th. This is Saturday, February 11th. Tomorrow is the big game that you're not supposed to call the Super Bowl if you don't have exclusive rights, or AKA the NFL.
We'll just call it the Kelce Bowl.
The Kelce Bowl. The first time in the history of the NFL that two brothers are active and playing against each other in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So they're calling it the Kelce Bowl. They, as in the Kelce brothers, and a lot of other people. Travis Kelce is the future Hall of Famer, tight end.
They're both going to. They both will be in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, the future Hall of Famer.
Jason is probably one of the best
center. Yeah. Well, he swears that he's the shittiest snapper, and his quarterbacks hate him for it. But they're so awesome together in their podcast. Guys, check out the New Heights podcast on YouTube and all podcast platforms. That's the Kelce brothers. But go ahead, Big.
Yeah, no, they're just humble with each other. Like, Travis says he's nothing. He wouldn't be anything if Jason wouldn't have paved a path.
Yep.
Jason says Travis pushed it. Like, none of those guys they don't take credit for.
They're fucking amazing.
They are. They're funny.
They're, like Big said, they're very humble, and they podcast 90% of the time remotely from Kansas City and Philadelphia, their respective homes. Obviously, Jason Kelce is the veteran center who's talking about retiring, and Travis is trying to talk him out of it for the Philadelphia Eagles, which is a team, as a Cowboys fan, that I hate. And then his little brother is Travis Kelce, who is the record-breaking tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs. And it's going to be a cool game, but just seeing their podcast, like they had their parents, their mom and dad, who I didn't even know that they were divorced, and they've been divorced since they were in college. They got divorced. Ed and can't remember his mom. Papa Kelce and Mama Kelce. But they had them on their podcast a few days ago. And I see where they get their humbleness from.
I love when they try to get their mom to, like, pick sides.
Yes.
And she just won't. Like, she just skirts the fence so hard. He's like, you be wearing the
half and half jersey.
The half and half jersey. And then Travis like, you know wear the half and half jersey that I got you?
Oh, yeah, dude. Who would you pick if we were both dying? And who would you pick? Mom? We'd pick Mom. Come on. And Travis calling her Mommy the whole podcast. But
it's funny because she's just like, I'm just going to be happy.
Yeah. She says she's rooting for the offense.
Yeah. That's
offenses.
She said she wants it to be a shootout because she just wants to see the offenses score.
Yeah, no, it's going to be crazy. And Jason Kelce has won a Super Bowl with the Eagles in 2018, 16?
Whenever the Foles won it.
Yeah, whenever the Eagles finally won one. Fuck.
Anyways. Yeah, so this is kind of like the It's the tiebreaker in the house. So who can argue over?
I don't know because Jason only got one right now. Travis
only has one.
No, he's got at least two.
No, he has one.
Are you sure?
They've only gone. So this will be his third Super Bowl appearance in 4 years. But they won one, lost one.
Oh, see, Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm
looked it up the other day.
Oh, okay. If you looked it up, then I believe it. I'm not
so I saw something that this will be his third
appearance.
Third appearance in 4 years.
That's crazy.
But they won one, and then they lost the other one.
So yeah, because they lost to the Patriots.
And they beat the.
Who was it? They lost to the Buccaneers, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they beat the.
I don't know who the fuck they beat.
It was like Mahomes' second year.
Yeah, we've watched all these. I don't know. Was it?
Yeah.
Big Mike's looking it up. So. But yes, the Kelce Bowl, and there's a petition going around to have the mom do the coin flip, and she's humble. They asked her if she would, if they wanted her to, if they gave her the opportunity to. She said no. There's legends that have put blood, sweat, and tears on those fields, and that's their job. And I would never want to take anything from them. Like just such a wholesome family. The dad's funny as hell, dude. Like factory worker, all that shit. Such good fucking family. That's gonna be a crazy game. I know that. Big and myself, last episode, just a few weeks ago, said who we thought were going to be in the big game, and honestly, I don't remember who we thought was going to be there. I'm a Cowboys fan, so I probably said them, but I'm saying the Chiefs are going to win tomorrow. What do you think, Big?
Oh yeah. Personally, it's going to be.
It's going to be high scoring.
I think it will be. Yeah,
I think the Chiefs win. I'm gonna say 35-24.
Oh, the Niners. They beat.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They beat the 49. Wait, the Chiefs did? I don't know.
Kansas City, defeated the Niners 31-20.
Okay. See, I'm gonna say 35-24. What do you think?
I'll say 35-28. I think the Eagles
score more.
I think it'll be like a one. I think it'll be within one touchdown.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'm writing this shit down right now.
Yeah, I think it'll be a one touchdown game.
Gotcha.
But I think those both of their defenses are okay.
Yeah.
I just don't know if they'll be able to stop. And the reason I think the Chiefs will win is the Chiefs. I just believe
they've been there.
They have so many weapons, and they've been there. This will be, like I said, third time 4 years.
Yeah.
They have so many weapons. Like, I understand the Eagles have Hurts and Sanders, and they have their weapons, and Green they have, or Brown, not Green.
Yeah, AJ Brown.
They have AJ Brown. Like, they have their weapons, but
Miles Sanders, all that.
Yeah, but you have Mahomes.
Yeah.
Kelce.
Vasquez, Scantling. Oh yeah, I can't even say his name. They've got a fucking solid ass roster.
And like I said, I know that it doesn't always matter, like being there, but 3 times in 4 years.
Yeah, your nerves are a lot calmer. Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's gonna play a little, especially because Jalen Hurts. Like some of the guys that are on the Eagles were obviously on the championship team.
Yeah, Hurts only second year now, right?
But Hurts hasn't been in this this kind of arena, and I feel like the Eagles.
Well, so it's like the whole week leading up, the media week drains you so fucking much.
I mean, I pulled a Marsh. I mean, if I'm being honest,
right?
Like I pulled a Marsh on like 9 showing up, or like I'm just here so I can find because
you have to show up.
You gotta be. I mean, you can take the fine if you really want.
Well, I mean, it depends on your caliber, your pay grade, you know.
Oh, 100%. Like, yeah, but they're not talking to. Like, if you're not making a ton of money, they're not talking to you probably.
Yeah.
Except for again, like we talked about. I don't know. Do we? No, we probably didn't talk about it on the podcast, but the whole argument is that if you look at all the teams that made it to the championship game, look at the quarterback contracts.
Oh, yeah.
Jalen Hurts on his rookie deal.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Burrow on his rookie deal.
I didn't even think about that. That's wild.
Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Trey Lance. Those were like... Trey Lance was supposed to be the starter.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jimmy G was eating up some contract. But...
The ones that actually made it, though.
All on...
And then Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. Already off his rookie deal. He's on the big money.
Yeah. That's all. So all NFC were on rookie deals.
Mahomes.
He's fucking $500 million contract.
Yeah, and so the thing is... And even the Bills quarterback... Or the Bills coach said this. He said it's hard to build a team when you have money, so much money tied up in one person.
Yeah. That's why teams ask for pay cuts on the contracts. Like
so there's Jamar Chase came out and said he's talked to Joe Burrow because Joe Burrow's about to get paid.
Yeah.
It's about to be his.
He
said Joe Burrow is willing to take
a team-friendly
contract to try to get more weapons, because if they can keep building around that squad, mainly get that man some protection.
Yeah.
That's honestly with that team. If you look at the Bengals, if they can get him an offensive line.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Their defense is pretty good. The offense is.
Get rid of Eli Apple.
That man.
All he does is runs his fucking mouth and can't cover shit.
And honestly, like this year was a lot better coverage wise for him.
But still not
like,
great.
How are you going to be out there, like after what happened last year?
His Twitter thumbs.
Acting like you Sauce Gardner or Darrell Revis or Champ Bailey. You acting like you a number one.
Yeah.
Line me up against the number one receiver every down type of dog.
I'll take an orange over apple. Fuck.
That is not the case, Eli.
Right. Well, and so look at
allegedly you were actually guarding people.
Right. Well, Tom Brady is always with the Patriots. Always took team friendly deals, and look how many fucking rings he has.
And so I'm hoping. Not that I'm a Bengals fan.
I'm rooting for them.
Honestly,
I want to see them win.
I've never once said like, "Hey, I have a second team," but like right now with the team, and it's just because of the team they're building and the way they're building it.
Yeah.
Like if my team isn't in it, the Bengals still are. That's the team I'm gonna be.
See, I since like my dad is from Texas, Cowboys fan. He's bred me to be a Cowboys fan. But growing up in Northern California, I love the fucking Raiders. My wife is a diehard Raiders fan. I'm a Raiders fan. I'm a huge Raiders fan, but I'm a diehard Cowboys fan. But I like the Bengals. I like what they're doing. I like Joey. I like Jamar. I like what they're doing. T. Higgins. All of them. They really seem like... Yeah, I've never met these motherfuckers, but they seem really humble and, you know...
Just like I said, just the way they're putting the way they move together.
Yeah.
And like the willing that... And that's the thing is, and we're just going off what Jamar is saying right now.
Yeah.
If Burrow is willing to take that
team friendly contract and wait to make more money later in his career, kind of like Tom did. Yeah. He's looking for the chips, the dip with the chips.
I think that team will be very successful.
Yeah, and hard to beat. They're already hard to beat.
But then that's the tough thing is when you look at other situations like Lamar. The man wants a fully guaranteed. I saw something saying him and the Ravens. The Ravens are $100 million apart.
From the offer and what
like
the want.
What?
That's fucking.
What is he
crazy.
asking? Is he asking like $400 million, all guaranteed?
Maybe
upfront loaded contract. Like what? Man can't even play fucking 12 games.
Yeah, that's wild. The last 2 games he's sat out the last 6 or last 2 seasons.
Yeah,
sat out the last 6 games. It's like I don't know, dude. And Tyler Huntley's come in and done.
He's a Pro Bowl quarterback, dude.
How Sway? How? That whole situation is crazy as fuck.
Man was named a Pro Bowl quarterback.
That's crazy. But I mean, moving on from the Kelce ball, your Broncos signed.
Traded for.
Or traded, whatever. Hall of Fame coach Sean Payton.
2 second-round picks, I think, is what it was.
I mean, shit, I would have given it that. My big wants bubble, some hubba bubba. No, he's a great coach.
Oh, amazing.
I wish the Cowboys would have taken him over McCarthy, to be honest. But we talked about it last episode that you guys were talking to him, and we talked about Tom Brady going where he went, and I thought Tom Brady was going to do the Raiders, but we were talking about pairing Brady with Sean Payton and going. We knew that Brady wasn't going to the Broncos because the contract that you guys have with Russell Wilson.
Stupid.
And everything's changed now, kind of. Now Sean Payton is the head coach for the Denver Broncos, and Tom Brady filed his paperwork and is officially retired.
Yeah.
So.
For me, like, obviously, it's still bitter because, like, our defense did what they needed to do this year.
We talked about that earlier.
Whatever.
Hell yeah.
The offense, exactly. They didn't show up to shit.
They didn't show up to their own funeral.
Facts. But the plus side is Sean Payton himself had said that he wasn't going to come back to coach for any team that he didn't feel had a chance to make a run. Because there was no point. There's no point for him to start rebuilding. He's older when it comes to coaches. He's not a young coach. He doesn't have something to prove. He already has the Super Bowl. He has the accolades. Like, he's a proven coach. So there's no point for him to leave.
He's a seasoned veteran.
Yeah, there's no point for him to leave his good job.
His plush analyst job, making probably the same amount of money behind a fucking camera.
To go to a team where he doesn't see potential to win a championship.
Yeah.
So for me, that's the plus side to bringing him in.
Yeah.
Is that he said that and then chose to want to be a Bronco coach.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, that gives you a little glimmer of hope going into next year.
Absolutely.
But you still got to rein it in because you're like, if Russell Wilson plays anywhere near as shitty as he did this year, we're fucked. Fucked.
I just don't understand how Wilson went from being such a great quarterback, highly touted, went to the Super Bowl, won one, went to the Super Bowl, lost one. That was a play call decision. He didn't lose that. That was on the coach. That wasn't on Wilson for throwing the interception on the goal line.
I still believe that's on that whole offensive huddle.
Yeah, because they should have audibled for that fucking to Marshawn.
And I've said this a million times. I don't know if I've ever said it on the podcast.
No, but me and you have said this to me a million fucking times.
But you're in that huddle.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously there's only one helmet with the speaker.
Yeah.
We know that. The quarterback's the only one who can hear the play call. That play call comes out, and you're telling me...
You go, what the fuck? But you still run it?
You say what the fuck.
Yeah.
You know Marshawn Lynch is saying what the fuck. The offensive linemen are probably saying what the fuck.
Marshawn has accounted this on interviews, said that everybody looked at Marshawn and goes, what the fuck? In the sense. And he said, I don't know, it's a call.
And nobody in the huddle is like, fuck the coach.
Yeah.
Like, nobody has the balls.
Right.
Like, I respect Marshawn for saying that's what the call is.
He's not selfish.
I respect that. Like, that's a team player type of dude. But, like, somebody in that huddle had to, like, smack the quarterback in the head and be like...
You're right. Russell being the leader of that team should have been the first one. He should have been the first one to say, fuck that, we're audibling, or we're not even we're changing this call in the huddle. Or just saying...
What's that wrist for, bro?
Yeah.
Just flip it around real quick.
I don't even think he had a wrist
He probably doesn't.
No, he knew the plays. If anything, he could have heard the fucking play in his head, thought about it, like, what the fuck, in his own head, and called a whole different play. But he went from being a fucking contender, a Super Bowl champion, going to the Broncos, and you and I talked before the season started. Actually, it's on record on the podcast. We gave our wins and losses, respectively, for our own teams. Mine, Cowboys. I said, like, 13 and fucking 4. I think you said,
both
like...
of us were all right.
No,
I was way worse off.
No, I was off by, like, one game, I think. But still, fuck me. Fuck the Cowboys right now. We're not in it. We're watching the fucking big game. But you had them up, and they should have won those games. Yeah. And he came in and was doing high step in the middle of the fucking walkway of the plane, but not high stepping on the fucking field.
Yeah, dude. Hey, they won that that game over in London, though. The game where he was stretching on the plane and shit.
I think he'd stretched and did that shit after the game, didn't he?
No, it was on the way there because he was like trying to stay loose or something. Like everybody else is chilling. This motherfucker's doing like high knees and lunges in the middle of the fucking private
whatever
jet.
the fuck he was doing. But either way, it's almost like he got paid to sabotage the fucking season.
But I mean, if you think about it, back to the whole building a team around a guy on a rookie contract.
Yeah.
How much was he making when they won the Super Bowl? $750,000.
Was that you looked it up?
No, I remember this from back when they were talking about it because the backup was making more than him at the time.
Who was the backup? Do you remember? No.
No
biggie. But yeah, I didn't know that because it was like
the backup was making like $2 million a year and he was making under $1 million.
That's right. I do remember hearing that because the rookie contracts are like 4 years usually, right? Yeah. They're 4 years.
And Russell Wilson wasn't a first round guy.
No, he was like fourth, I think.
So he wasn't making like crazy money, and so they were able to build a team around him. Since then, since he got his contract, because he got a big contract while he was in Seattle, they haven't been able to build a team around him.
That's damn.
Obviously, in Seattle, he played better than he did for us.
You can't say the altitude, because Seattle's pretty up there too.
Yeah, he's probably getting high. Wait, he was doing that in Seattle too.
Oh, wait, yeah, because Washington and Colorado are the first two states at the same time to legalize marijuana.
And that was right when they played each other in the Super Bowl too.
Oh, that's right. It was going to be what do they call it, the high bowl or some shit. They that's crazy because the Seahawks beat the Broncos in the Super Bowl, right?
Beat the dog shit out of them.
Oh yeah,
like that,
is that where the snap went over Peyton's head?
Yeah,
No, or was that against Carolina?
No, it was Seattle where the snap
Dude,
went.
you were working at Home Depot and
you
you were at work because we tried to get you to call in to come here and watch it with us, and you were working at Home Depot and you guys had the TV on there or something.
They had actually put like TVs by like the customer service desk and like a couple other places so that like employees and people in there could like catch the game while they were doing stuff.
That's right, and that was the first Super Bowl that you were able to watch, right, as a Broncos fan growing up? Because were you alive for the Elway Super Bowls? Because were you?
Yeah, because it was '99. I was young. I was like 7 or 8.
Were you a Broncos fan back then? What made you a Broncos fan? My dad, that raised my stepdad, this is my fucking dad. He came in my life at 7 years old. I didn't have a team. I didn't really know football. I knew playground shit. And he's from Texas, Cowboys fan. And boom, that instilled in me I'm a Cowboys fan. That's why I'm a Cowboys fan.
So my dad lived in Colorado for a little while.
Okay.
And so it was right around the whole Elway hype and everything up and stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's kind of
the city was on fire in Denver during Elway's.
So that's what I hooked onto. But so I don't remember.
Gotcha.
That Elway Super Bowl.
Gotcha.
Because it was like 99.
Yeah.
So
what year were you born?
Old.
Oh, 92,
91. So I was like 8 years old.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I remember the Cowboys. Because I was born in 85, and I remember living in this town in the 90s. I think it was our second Super Bowl win in the 90s, and I was at my friend's birthday party on a couple houses down, and everybody wanted to go up to the school and play football, and I stayed. I was like, nope, I'm watching the Cowboys game, and I stayed with my friend's dad. We were the only two in the house. All the kids left to the football, or to Jackson Heights to play football, and I was down Aloha Street watching the fucking Super Bowl. I think it was against the Steelers. So it must have been the third one. It must have been 96, 95, 96. But anyways, that's crazy.
That would have made you like 11 years old.
No, because Cowboys won 92, 93, and 95, I think. Yeah, so it was like 93 or 95. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, that's crazy. So you're the first Super Bowl that you like as a grown up.
Yeah.
Somebody who was like really into sports at this time.
Yeah, they got
dog.
Well, that's the thing. As soon as that snap went by Peyton, I was like, that's not a good sign.
Yeah.
Like when that's how your day starts in the Super Bowl.
First offensive play, it goes back for a safety.
You know shit's not gonna go right.
Yeah. That's wild, dude. That's crazy.
But then they came
At least
back,
you got to see your team win one.
Yeah, and then they came back and beat the dog off of Carolina. Like,
oh, it was Carolina. Okay.
Cam Newton couldn't hold on to the ball. Vaughn just literally
MVP.
punked him for it one time. Just
MVP, Von Miller, dude, with this little rat patch and his fucking chicken coop. He actually has a chicken farm.
He has a whole chicken farm, dude. Like, that's not just a coop, man.
Yeah.
That man fucking...
Well, he started off having chickens of his own, and now he has a whole company.
Yeah.
And it's all organic, and... no, dude, he's fucking amazing. Did you
also,
see his closet?
Yeah.
His fucking closet's crazy.
He also has a... Still based in Denver, because he loves Denver.
That's his second home.
He has a non-profit for... what's it called? Vaughn's. It has something to do with glasses, because it's huge. It's like Vaughn's Sight or something like that.
Nice.
He does like
for the kids
millions
and
eyewear.
Eyewear.
Yeah, for kids to get glasses and go to the eye doctor.
That's dope though. But it's the Broncos. It's always it's crazy. It's always hit and miss. Like they're on for a few years, they're off for a few years. Need to bring back Tebow time. No, I'm kidding. But moving on from that, so
Vaughn's Vision, that's what it was. I knew
that makes sense. The VMV.
Yeah.
But we mentioned
about the awards.
Well, we mentioned Tom. He announced his retirement like a week or two ago.
Yeah, he did his little video. He said, "You only get one tearful goodbye."
Yeah, I used mine up.
He's like, "I used mine up
last year.
I'm hanging it up." Blah blah. He made it real quick, short, got done.
Yeah, well, AJ Green announced his retirement last week as well. Longtime Bengals wide receiver. He's going to be Hall of Fame probably. But the sad thing was, he ended up getting traded from the Bengals. I mean, he spent like 13 years with the Bengals, and he was their like number one receiver. And he got traded to the Arizona Cardinals this Joe Burrow's second year, and they went to the fucking Super Bowl against the Rams the year that AJ Green left or got traded, which I felt hella bad for AJ Green. The Bengals ended up getting beat by the Rams in that game. And AJ's been with the Arizona Cardinals the last 2 seasons, but he finally announced his retirement, and I think he's got a good stake at a first ballot Hall of Fame, if not second. What do you think? His numbers.
Yeah, I think he'll get in. I also think, just from a perspective, is that they need to make it a little harder to get in.
Yeah, Deion said it. Do you see that with Deion?
Yeah.
Where he shitted on the Hall of Fame?
It's becoming quite easy.
It's becoming a name game. It's not who you know, it's who you blow kind of thing,
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah, it's getting weird, like with who they let in and who they don't let in, and not even just in football. Like baseball, who they let in the other day with baseball was a little weird.
I don't remember the sport, but I just read an article. I can't remember the person for the sport, and that shit fucks me up because this is what we do with the podcast, and I should know this information. But it was the person's third time, and they didn't get voted in, and now they can never be voted in. You only have X amount of tries.
Yeah, you only get so many tries.
And maybe it wasn't 3, but it was the last try, and this guy's numbers for whatever I can't remember, were pretty fucking big. And the people that got in besides him,
I think it might have been the MLB.
I think it was
controversy around the MLB.
It's got to be that then,
because there was a pitcher who they let in, who was good, but like not great.
Yeah.
And then there was the guy. I think it was his last. I don't remember who it was.
You probably read the same article, and he got overlooked, and now he can never be nominated again. I think he got like 40% of the votes when you needed, or 30 when you needed 40 something. I don't know. I don't remember it. I apologize, because I should know this, or I should have jotted this down. Us doing a sports podcast, and I think Big Mike's looking it up right now. But that shit's sad. That shit's sad, But while he's looking this up, Michael Irvin, Hall of Fame quarterback, 3-time Super Bowl champion with the Dallas Cowboys, works for NFL Network, is an analyst for the games, yada yada, was down there at Super Bowl week in Arizona, going to be an analyst for the NFL Network, was at a hotel, Crowder Hotel, where he's staying, went to walk to his room, took pictures of the fans, yada yada, went to bed. The next day, he got a call from the NFL Network or whatever, and they said, "Hey, some female said that you allegedly sexually assaulted, or in a sense, something harassed a female worker for the hotel." NFL Network questioned him. He said, "No, I didn't talk to any female. I went straight to my room, yada yada." Well, then they showed him surveillance that he talked to a female for between 30 seconds to a minute. And he said, "Oh, I didn't think about that. I took pictures of a lot of fans. And then I went to my room. Nothing happened. It was a polite conversation." They ended up stopping him they kicked him off the panel from being an analyst for the Super Bowl. They just stopped everything they had planned for him to do. And so he's kicked off all that stuff over an allegation. Well, witnesses are coming out. TMZ there's some witnesses on camera saying that they seen him, took pictures with him, talked to him, and were present when he had this interaction with this female staff member of this hotel. And nothing like that ever happened or was said. It was a polite conversation. He shook her hand. They went separate ways. He went to his room. She left smiling, and nothing was in disdain. And so he is now suing. Last thing I seen, he's suing the hotel for $100 million, I believe. And in my opinion, I think he should be suing NFL Network too for jumping to conclusions or going off what one person said without any evidence. What do you think, Big? Or are you still busy looking that up?
Well, I found something, but yeah, I mean,
give me some facts. Don't just say so and so said something and fuck you, you're done.
Yeah, like,
especially he's been an analyst for fucking 20-something years.
And like we talked about off the podcast, is when he was a player, there was a
lot of allegations,
a lot of stuff that went on that he was either allegedly did or actually was proven that he did. Yeah. But when was the last time we've heard anything outlandish? Yeah. When I first saw the headline, I was expecting it to be... legit was expecting it to be some female from his past. Like, yeah. Not like...
something new. It's like the Me Too movement's strong right now.
So I thought it was going to be like, in 1990...
or even 2018, you know,
well, that's what I was expecting, and then when I saw it, I was like, man. And then before we talked tonight, I didn't even know that, like, all these people were coming out saying that didn't happen.
Yeah, and I showed you the interviews.
Yeah, you showed me, but to me, it's like, man, like, you can literally just say something and ruin, like, because obviously it's Michael Irvin, so.
Yeah, he's not hurting.
He's not hurting money-wise.
But this is a big fucking pay. This is a big deal when you do the Super Bowl.
Oh, well, the thing is, like, sometimes you don't get another chance to be an analyst on a Super Bowl. Because they, like, they use some of the same guys, but they don't always use the same exact...
I don't think I've ever seen Michael Irvin be an analyst for the Super Bowl.
And so that's what I'm saying, like...
So, if something happened that's not out, that we don't know about, then by all means. But, I don't know. With the witness statements and all that, it was a cordial conversation. It was all jovial is what they said. The word they used a bunch of times, jovial. And it was more of a fan experience, and he was very... receiving and accepting and nice and accommodating, and they went their separate ways, and she did not look like she was in disdain. She left smiling like she had an interaction with the celebrity, as you would think or imagine, and then he woke up to that, Yeah. It's sad. But what did you pull up on?
So I can't find who was snubbed or whatever. I did see that this year for the MLB, there's only one guy is going to be inducted out of the whole list because nobody else got enough votes.
Holy shit.
Because you have to have at least 292 votes to be inducted. He had 297, and then the next person had like 280 something. So
damn, that's tough.
He'll be the only player inducted this year.
That's
just
tough.
one guy.
Who is it?
Scott Rowland. He's a third baseman.
Don't
and,
know the name.
It's his 5th attempt.
You get 6, right?
I think it's 6 or 7, something like that. It's some weird.
Yeah.
But some people believe that he shouldn't be in. It is what it is, I guess. He's in, so fuck your couch. Since we're on Hall of Fame, the NFL Hall of Fame guys were announced. Rondé Barber, cornerback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That's the brother of Tiki Barber, who was the running back. Or, wait, you said, was he running?
Rondé's the corner.
Corner, okay. Tiki was a running back for the New York Giants football team.
And then Coach Don Coryell, who was a Cardinals coach and a Chargers coach. He's often referred to as one of the guys of the modern passing era.
So that was probably the St. Louis Cardinals, not the Arizona Cardinals.
Chuck Howley, who's a Bears and Cowboys linebacker from 58 to 73. He's the only Super Bowl MVP for a losing team in the NFL.
Holy shit. For the
Having won it for the Cowboys in Super Bowl V. What is V?
5?
Is it 5? Yeah, 5.
4.
5.
Is it?
5, yeah.
Because XIV is 14.
Yeah, because it's IV. So when Roman numerals, if you do IV, it's like V minus 1.
I've never understood that shit, bro.
Yeah, so V would be 5. So in Super Bowl 5, he was named the MVP. But the Cowboys lost.
Damn.
D-line for Jets and, well, actually both Jets, New York Jets and Indianapolis Jets.
That's crazy.
Joe Colecco. Darrelle Revis.
Yep, the Island.
Got he inducted. Another corner, Ken Riley, played for the Bengals from 69 to 83. Joe Thomas.
Joe Thomas, left tackle for the Browns.
For 10 years.
And didn't he set a record for most games started? Or
consecutive snap streak.
Oh, that's right, because he was
10,363.
Because I remember there was one game he was injured and he was going to lose the streak, or he wasn't going to break the record, and they let him go in for one snap and get the fuck out the game so he can continue that record or break the record.
He made 10 Pro Bowls, the only lineman to be named to 10 in a row all time.
And he played for 10 seasons?
Yeah.
Yeah. Joe Thomas. And he's a very intelligent dude and one of the most humble, smartest. Yeah.
He's only the 7th offensive tackle to be named into the Hall of Fame on their first ballot.
Damn. And he deserves it.
And then we got Zach Thomas, linebacker.
Yeah.
Played for Miami most of his career.
Cowboys too, right?
Yeah, and then he finished off his career with the Cowboys.
What years?
96 to 08. He was back in that hard-hitting linebacker days. He wasn't fast.
Yeah.
He was like Urlacher.
He was the smart. He was more intelligent and powerful.
Yeah. And then the final one, DeMarcus Ware.
Yes, who played for both our teams.
Played most of his career with the Cowboys, and then came over to Denver and helped us win the Super Bowl.
And then
21.5 sacks in the year that we won the Super Bowl.
Fuck. Dude, he was a monster.
Yeah.
And he probably was injured most that season.
He did all right.
No, I'm saying injured and played through it.
Oh, yeah.
He always,
And
DeMarcus Ware's the man.
On top of Hall of Fame,
the NFL honors.
We have the NFL honors. Obviously, we all saw this coming. Patrick Mahomes, MVP. There wasn't really...
Yeah, there was nobody who can fuck with him.
It's hard not to. Coach of the Year. This one, the Giants, Brian Daboll.
Yeah, Daboll.
I don't
agree with that either.
I don't know.
I saw it coming because they had talked it up the whole season almost.
Obviously, that team, the Giants team, did a lot better than I ever expected them to do.
Than anybody with what they had.
And so maybe that's why.
What they made it to the first round
Because if you think about it, like, we knew the Chiefs were going to be where they are.
Yeah.
We figured the Eagles would be pretty fucking good.
We figured, yeah, the Eagles and the Cowboys both.
You
And
know
they
what I mean?
both were, yeah.
And then we knew the Bengals were going to do what they were going to do. The
Yeah.
Bills were... So it's like, you can't... Like, even though all those teams did well,
Yeah.
it's hard to be like, that guy's the coach of the year, because you know what those teams are going to do.
Absolutely.
So, it's tough for me to be like, yeah, he should have it, but it's also tough to be like, no, he shouldn't have it.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Geno Smith got comeback player of the year.
He deserves that shit.
110%.
Yeah.
He'd been, honestly, which is weird for him to have. He's had a lot of opportunities, which a lot of backup quarterbacks don't get as many opportunities as he's had to prove themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And Pete Carroll saw something in him, and they went with it.
Pete Carroll sees something in all the players that end up doing good. Look at all the fucking Sherman and Wilsons and Wagners and shit, you know. The Shaquem and Shaquille Griffins, you know.
Offensive player of the year went to Justin Jefferson.
Understandable. Bro, did he break Calvin Johnson's record, or was he close to it?
I don't know.
He was on the verge. I know he set all of Minnesota's receiving records. He's He's like LeBron. Over there.
AP Defensive Player of the Year.
Sauce.
Nick Bosa.
Oh, Bosa. Sorry, I'm not thinking Rookie of the Year. And we talked about this because I was like, Parsons was in the mix. He was to the first half, and then fizzled out, and Bosa just ran with it.
Yeah. So. I mean,
did you see? Speaking of the Bosa brothers, Nick plays for the 49ers, right?
Oh, you're talking about with Joey at that playoff game?
Yes.
Fan?
Look, as a Cowboys fan, I fucking hate the Eagles, and their fans are some of the worst in the fucking league. Like, not just as a Cowboys fan.
Though?
Bro, the chirping, oh my, you could totally tell they got under his skin and into his comfort zone.
Well, I guess if there
was
that was like
great.
A follow-up article that said that he had to deal with it the whole game.
Yeah, no. But I'm just saying that one fan that
outside the stadium.
God damn! For him to come back, like fucking charge Troy's a player and talk shit. Like, what about all those personal foul or whatever fines? He's like, I'm rich, I can pay those. The fan's like, so am I. I'm rich too. Like. Jesus Christ. The one time I was like rooting for the Eagles. Well, actually, the whole day I was rooting for the Eagles. I hate the Eagles, but as a Cowboys fan, I fucking hate the 49ers. God damn it, I hate them. And I was a fucking Eagles fan for a day, and that tastes bitter as fuck coming out of my mouth. But now I'm a Chiefs fan for the Super Bowl because I hate the Eagles. Anyways, that shit, the chirping was hilarious.
Offensive Rookie of the Year, Garrett Wilson, wide receiver for the Jets. He had a really good year.
We see that? Me and you both did. Yeah.
He had a really good year for me in fantasy, if I'm being like 100% honest.
Not good enough, though.
Well, the running back for the Jets would have won it if the motherfucker would have blown his knee out.
Yeah, that's true. But you see that? Just like the coach for the Giants, me and you looked at each other and said, yeah, we see. We get it.
There wasn't... That's the thing.
There was nobody leaps and bounds above
like
him.
Last year, was it last year? Yeah, because was Jamar a rookie last year?
2 years ago, right? No.
Last year was Jamar's rookie year.
Yeah, Burrow was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
and
but like last year it was like Jamar, and like there was like last year there was just guys that were like
Waddle and
you could just see all these guys so it was like a big deal, and this year it's like this one, Sauce Gardner.
We talked about this last episode. I didn't know his stats, so you showed them to me.
Yeah, like he hands down, like man gave up like 1 touchdown all year.
2, but one of them was.
He's credited with 2, but one of them is technically
the statistician was fucking sitting on his thumb.
And then the moment of the year was the Justin Jefferson catch against the Bills.
The one-handed one.
Yeah.
The fucking defensive celebration of the year was them like they were on a roller coaster. The Bengals. Yeah, no, I saw all that.
Walter Payton Man of the Year was Dak.
Fuck. He needs some charity to win some games. Fuck you. God damn it, Dak.
FedEx, Air and Ground players, Joe Burrow, and then Josh Jacobs was the Ground Player of the Year. Salute to Service, Ron Rivera.
The coach.
Commanders head coach. I don't know if we want to be talking about the Commanders.
Yeah.
It's a salute to service. Yeah, salute to service, bud.
Yeah.
NFL Fan of the Year? Is it that Chiefs fan that's in jail?
The Wolfie?
Hey,
Yeah.
so
he was Go ahead.
Yeah. So I saw a thing today. So he put, when the beginning of the year, he put 5 G's down on
The Chiefs.
Mahomes to win MVP. Man won $45K. He's sitting in a jail cell. Won $45K right now because Mahomes won.
Yeah.
And then he put another $5,000 down on the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. And if he wins that, he wins like $52,000. He'll be able to pay his bail and get out of jail.
But the feds might take all that money.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying.
Well, for the listeners, I don't know if we didn't talk about this. So this guy dresses up with the wolf mascot head and like a whole wolf suit with like a Hawaiian shirt. It's a wolf mascot suit. He's their super fan. I think they call him Wolfie for the Chiefs, Kansas City Chiefs.
And no one knew his real identity.
Nobody ever knew his real identity. Well, he goes to every home game and every road game. Every single game. He's at every single game. And on the way to the game where they were playing the Houston Texans, I believe, he got caught robbing a bank. Come to find out, he's been financing this whole Wolfie mascot endeavor by robbing banks. He didn't just rob one bank on the way there.
All wearing the same mask that he wears to games.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh, yeah. You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, at least for I don't know if it's all the robberies, but the last robbery, he was wearing the wolf mask.
I didn't know that. I didn't hear that. All I knew is that on the road games, when he was driving to road games, he was robbing banks. He's been robbing banks to finance his fucking football fantasy. So the money that he put down, the $5K on Mahomes winning MVP that he won, and the $5K on the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl that he very likely might win tomorrow, the feds are going to confiscate that shit and winnings and say that was bought with illegitimate money, you know? Did he? Hold on, let's see.
That's the picture from the...
Shut the fuck up.
That's the pictures from the bank that he robbed.
I didn't see that. This dumb fuck wore that same mask during the robbery. He had like a navy blue Dickies top on.
And a red baseball cap.
Lately a MAGA hat, to be honest. Is that a Chiefs hat?
No, it's not.
I don't think it is. What the fuck? I wonder if he robbed every bank with that same mask.
I don't know. It's only showing the one that...
they would call him the arrow, the GH or GAHE Arrowhead Bandit. Because it used to be the Arrowhead Stadium.
Yeah.
Anyways, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What an idiot.
And the crazy thing is, like, when he didn't show up to that game, everybody started, like...
they said
panicking.
It was 2 or 3 games, and then they started doing their due diligence and found his mugshot. Like, it was like, after one game, they were freaking out. Like, where the fuck is he? After 2, they thought he might be dead or sick. After 3, or I think it was 2. One of the fans of the Chiefs started doing their research and found his mugshot. And, like, fuck, dude. We could go to every single... Put your team name right.
Hey, you know? Real talk though, for him to get away with robbing that many banks before.
How many was it? They said it was a lot. I never heard a number.
But like, if you think about it, like
robbing one and getting away with it is crazy.
This man robbed multiple banks. Fuck. Not in a long period of time either. It's not like he hit a bank this year, waited till next year, hit another bank.
Yeah, it was like weekly.
This man was hitting banks like. At least every other week.
I think it was road games. He was driving to road games and hitting banks on the way.
But if you think about that man hit six banks in 2 months.
Well, and they said he's been their mascot superfan for
like a year or 2.
No, like 10 years. I think he's been wearing that.
Really?
In a stadium.
I didn't think it was that long.
No, it's been a while. Maybe not 10. It's been a while though. Not just 1 or 2. Are you looking that up?
Yeah.
It's just crazy. People are fucking... Humans are crazy, dude. Like, that shit's nuts. But to get away with one bank robbery is crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like
he got that taste and was like, oh, I'm untouchable after 2 or 3, you know? And the one he robbed was in like Oklahoma or Arkansas. It was a real small town, and God, I read the story about it. They called it in, and they caught him while he was driving out of town. Like it's that small of a town that it was easy to find him. Big Mike's looking up how many banks or how many years been the fan or whatnot.
Well, so it says that he was on the field for their Super Bowl win. Like he had like tickets, and then ends up taking a picture with the GM on
Holy
the field.
Shit! Now the feds have to investigate the GM.
Well, it's crazy because in 2012 he was arrested. Him, his mom, and his brother were arrested and charged with trying to use fake gift certificates to pay for food at a buffet chain in Rancho Cucamonga, California.
What the fuck? That shit.
The case was not available because he was under 18 at the time.
Fake gift cards to a buffet? Rancho Cucamonga is a dirty ass place in Southern California too.
At
like
least 8
area.
times between 2016 and 2017, they had contact with him in a suburb of Kansas City.
Jesus Christ. That's fucking wild, dude. Does he have a Wikipedia page?
The cops refer to him as a jumper who just floats from hotel to hotel. This is what they call homeless subjects that have hotel rooms. He was known to do auto burglaries at night,
The fuck?
though he had never been convicted of an auto burglary.
See, here we call them transients,
Like
not jumpers.
fuck?
So his rap sheet's longer than. I'm saying. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
Like sometime in late 2017 into 18, he worked for 9 months at an Amazon warehouse. Everything declined. He first appeared on Instagram for Chiefsaholic in
Chiefsaholic, that's what it was.
2018.
Okay, so that's
So
5
3
years.
years.
No,
No, 5 years. Yeah, 5 years.
So, well, 4 because we just hit 2023.
Yeah.
But that's crazy, dude. That's wild. Anyways,
That's-
you want to transition into NBA news? Or what do you have over there? What do you want to transition to?
yeah, we can talk about the trades that happened because that's the big trade deadline happened. So this is it. There's no more trades for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And
Craziness.
a lot of big names moved. So.
Yeah. That shit's wild.
So
Like, go ahead and
Durant
take that.
goes to the already stacked up Suns
Yeah, KD's with the Phoenix Suns now.
in a 4-team deal that landed the Nets with Mikal Bridges and Cameron Johnson and a ton of picks.
Dude, I told you earlier pre-podcast, KD's going to end up fucking having issues with Chris Paul. They're going to bump heads. They're both what they think are alphas, and they're kind of beta at the same time. Because both of them try to be big wigs and big dogs, but both of them cry like they're baby back bitches about everything.
The Nets get 2023 Phoenix's first round,
Jeez.
2025 Phoenix's first round, 2027 Phoenix's first round, 2028 they're doing a first round swap. So Phoenix will get the Nets and
The better of.
Nets will get the Phoenix, whatever.
That's
They'll get
crazy.
the 2028 second round from Milwaukee, 2029 first round pick from Phoenix. Phoenix isn't going to have a first round pick.
But what did the Golden State Warriors get for KD or was he a free agent? I don't know.
Went to the
Anyways,
Nets.
that's a lot.
And then the Bucks, all the Bucks get out of this is Jay Crowder. That's it.
wow.
The Pacers receive George Hill, Serge Ibaka, and 3 future second round picks and money from Brooklyn. The Clippers traded for Mason Plumlee, whatever. They gave up Reggie Jackson in a second. There's another 4-team trade. The 76ers got Jalen McDaniels in a couple seconds. The Hornets got, dude, I'm going to butcher this name. It's SVI. That's the first name.
Svi.
MYKHAILIUK.
I'd have to see it on the paper. That's crazy. Where is it? Let me see.
Right here. That's
Svi Mihaluk. Mihaluk?
yeah,
no. We apologize. That's bad.
The Hornets got Svi. Trailblazers ended up with Cam Reddish. Knicks got Josh Hart. There's another 3-team trade. Eric Gordon is going back to the Clippers.
Holy shit. We're from Houston? No. No, from...
Yeah, the Rockets.
Yeah, Houston.
John Wall and Danny Green are going to the Rockets.
Damn.
And then the Grizzlies get Luke Kennard in that one. Celtics made a trade for Mike Muscala. The Pelicans trade a bunch of picks for Josh Richardson.
The fuck?
Yeah, they traded Devontae Graham and 4 second-round picks.
That's bad business.
And then this is the big Pistons, Warriors, Hawks, Trailblazers.
Yeah.
The Pistons get Wiseman. The Warriors get Gary Payton.
Junior, the second, yeah.
The second. 3 second-round picks. Hawks get Sadiq Bey. The Trailblazers get Kevin Knox and 5 second-round picks. But, as we've all learned, this trade could be nullified.
Yeah, it's all pending their physicals, their results.
Gary Payton has already failed his because supposedly
they were Friday Night Lighting him.
Shooting him up with Toradol so he could play through injury.
What fuck?
And
that's
so
crazy.
It'll come down to the Warriors will have to sign off saying that they're okay with.
Well, and Wiseman will have to pass his over in Detroit, but yeah, that's craziness, man. There's a lot of big fucking moves. Oh, Westbrook. You talking about Westbrook?
Oh yeah,
and all them?
That one yet.
Yeah, no, that's a big one. The Lakers and Nuggets.
Yeah, the Lakers, Timberwolves, and Jazz.
Oh, yeah, the Jazz too.
Was involved.
Wait.
Russell went to the Jazz.
Oh, I thought he went to the Nuggets.
So the Lakers will get D'Angelo Russell back.
Fuck, snitch Russell.
Which I'm fine with because I was kind of mad when they got rid of him when he was younger anyway.
Bro, when the Warriors got him from, I don't think it was from LA, was it?
No, because when we got rid of him, he went to the Nets.
The Nets. So the Warriors a few years ago got him, and he developed with us, came into his own, was really starting to get really good, and then we traded him to the Minnesota Timberwolves, and we got Andrew Wiggins in return, who was supposed to be the next Michael Jordan when he was drafted first overall with Timberwolves, and they put so much on his plate that he couldn't uphold it and didn't play great. So D'Angelo Russell was really good for us. Wiggins was kind of shit for them. We swapped, and now Wiggins is a fucking all-star for the first time in his career with the Warriors, and D'Angelo Russell has been balling out in Minnesota.
Yeah, and so Westbrook ended up going to the Jazz, which I've heard that they're just going to buy his contract out and let him
just get the fuck out of there.
Go be a free agent.
That's crazy.
Which would be wild.
I don't. Who's going to pick him up? It's going to be like who was it for the? My God, I'm having a brain fart for the Celtics. Short dude, number 9, Rondo.
Oh yeah.
How Rondo and then Isaiah Thomas
or Schroeder. Where we turned down the big.
No, contract. No, yeah, no. Go ahead and say what you're saying.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They get out of these big contracts, and Schroeder's a little where he turned down a contract, and then no one wanted him, and he had to come crawling back for a.
The Lakers offered him $82 million for 2 years, and he said no. I'm going to bet on myself in free agency, and nobody gave him time of day.
The highest offer he got was like
$2 million.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was like $2 million from like the Hawks. Or no, that's where he came from before the Lakers. Anyways, the team he went to, he ended up settling for $2 million for a 1 season or 2 season deal, and because he turned down $82 million for 2 years. Fucking wild. I was talking to the wife, talking to Maxine about that like 2 days ago. But who were talking about Russell Westbrook, though. Like, you had Rondo, Isaiah Thomas. They were great in the beginning and then went to different teams, just like Westbrook.
Yeah.
And started falling off, and we're doing good, and now they're out the league. Westbrook is going to follow suit. It's always the shorter point guards.
Well, the
it's
tough
weird.
thing is, like, I'm trying to think, like, who's going to take a chance on him?
Because you have to take a chance on him and his ego.
Well, I mean, there's a clip that came out a couple weeks ago where LeBron's trying to hype up the locker room to be, like, aggressive and everything, and Westbrook goes, let's just all have fun.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, like...
Westbrook used to be aggressive.
I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like, if the leader of the team is in there, like, we need to be killers, like, we need to be aggressive. Like,
arguably the greatest player that's ever played, right?
And then all of a sudden, you're just going to pipe up in the same conversation and be like, let's go out there and have fun, guys.
No, you're fucking raw, dude.
Bro.
MJ would have socked motherfuckers in their mouth for that shit.
I'm like,
he socked Steve Kerr.
I'd have been like, really, motherfucker? Like, I just get... And it wasn't like a quick, hey, let's do better. It was like LeBron's like, we need to go out there and, like, step on the throat. Like, he was, like, into it. Like, trying to get the rest of the locker room ready to go for the game. And he's like, yeah, let's just have fun, guys. And I'm like...
You see, and that's why LeBron is not the GOAT. He doesn't have that fucking hunger like that. Because, again, if it would have been...
Imagine what...
In the locker room with either Kobe or MJ would have socked him in the mouth, just like he did Steve Kerr. Kobe would have taken his fucking shoes off his feet and put them in the trash can and told him he'll never wear a fucking stitch of Mamba Nike shit again.
Exactly.
LeBron's just like, all right. Like, come on, man.
If you watch the clip, like, LeBron, like, gives him a look, but, like...
But LeBron fucking...
You need to be like, sit down and shut the fuck up.
LeBron sells himself to be this fucking alpha. And he's a gangster on the court, right? But he flops about everything, cries about everything, lets the teammates do that kind of shit. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Come on. You can't be an alpha and a beta at the same time. MJ would have fucking...
It's called a switch, bro.
MJ would have knocked Russell Westbrook's block off. Kobe would have fucking stole on him and cleaned his pockets out. He would have been nothing Nike. He'd have, you know.
He'd be like a jersey?
Yeah.
Had tape over the Nike logo.
Yep. Fuck that. Fuck all that. That's
you get the old Adidas jerseys, you bitch.
Jeez. Here's the throwback. He was swingman. That's crazy, though. But that just shows the hunger, you know, that fight. It's not the same. See, that's the thing, guys. That's the thing. LeBron is chasing personal accolades. MJ and Kobe chased team accolades, championships, greatness. LeBron chases personal stats, personal records. That's what makes him. He's not a team player like that. He's a...
LeBron needs just being Draymond, because Draymond will punch anybody in the mouth.
One, Draymond, they're saying that because they're saying that the Warriors won't be able to offer Draymond the contract that he's going to want after the season, and he's setting all this in place to get let go to the Lakers or wherever LeBron is, because he rides LeBron's penis. And I think now Draymond's having like a defensive player of the year season. Like, that man has been tearing up the court and been a game changer for the Warriors almost every single game this season, right? But there was a game in the beginning of the season where the Warriors were playing Lakers, right? And Andre Iguodala, the veteran, the gangster for the Warriors, is sitting on the bench in street clothes. And Big, did you see this? Did you see the clip of this? I don't know if I showed you. LeBron's on the court and Draymond's sitting on the baseline. He's not in the game. And he's like, it's between plays. And he's like, LeBron. And he says something to LeBron and starts laughing. Like he's on his jock, you know?
Yeah.
And the camera shows Andre Iguodala doing this motion. For Draymond to LeBron. And for the people that can't see what I'm doing, obviously, he's doing a oral sex motion like Draymond's, you know, giving LeBron oral sex. But yeah, it's crazy. So there's a lot of rumors that he wants to be anywhere LeBron is and play with greatness, you know? So
Yeah, that's that point when people are just
sick of the bullshit.
They're just I was gonna say he's just chasing trophies at that point.
Oh yeah.
Like when you're teaming up, like if you're late in your career and you're teaming up with LeBron,
but
it's just trying to get a championship, which is weird for.
No, but I don't think Draymond's doing it. I think he's chasing greatness to say he played with the great, so he tells kids.
Well, what I was gonna say is with Draymond, it's weird because he has championships.
Yeah.
So he's got
4 of them.
He's not like he's chasing a championship because he already has one,
yeah.
And that's why a lot of these veterans will sign with the Warriors or
the Tampa Bay Gronkaneers, right?
Yeah. I pulled up what they think the awards look like right now through this part of the season for the NBA.
All right.
Jokic is on track, supposedly, to win another MVP.
Shai Gilgeous Alexander?
No.
Wait, who?
Nikola Jokic.
Oh, Jokic. I thought you said okay.
Jokic. Would that be his third in a row?
Fuck.
Luka's second right now.
Yeah.
Rookie of the Year, Paolo
Banchero? Yeah. Paulo Banchero? Yeah.
Defensive player, Jaren Jackson.
Okay. I think Draymond, from watching the games.
He plays enough games to qualify. He stands to be the NBA's block per game leader as of now.
Okay. Yeah.
With 3.2. He also has the Grizzlies' defense, one of the best in the league.
Fuck the Grizzlies, but yeah.
Brook Lopez is actually in second.
Really? Damn.
Yeah, he's averaging almost 3 blocks a game.
Jeez.
And then third is actually Antetokounmpo.
Really?
Yeah.
Remember, 3 years ago, couldn't pronounce that fucking name.
Right? Like, nobody could.
No, not even.
Now it's like a household name.
Yeah.
And then, for sixth man, it was actually Russell Westbrook because they had him coming off the bench.
Fuck.
And then Malcolm Brogdon and Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole, okay.
And then most improved would go to Shai Gilgeous Alexander.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And then Tyrese Halliburton. What a last name.
Isn't he with fucking the Pacers? Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a Kings dumbass trader. Hey, but the Kings, Mike Brown left as assistant coach for the Warriors, and he's brought that team a long way.
Yeah.
They're under.
The Kings are it's wild how good they're actually playing this year.
And they have the beam now. And Matt Barnes grew up in Sacramento, and he's a Kings analyst now. And they did a thing where they light the beam at the Chase Center. We've been there.
Yeah.
They light a beam every win. They light this blue or purple beam that goes. You can see it from outer space. It's crazy. It's a light beam that goes in the air. It's about this big.
We didn't even talk about Kyrie going to the Mavericks.
Oh shit! Because Kyrie's fucking Kyrie.
And it's crazy because Luka hasn't been playing because he's a little hurt. He's a little banged up right now.
Mm-hmm.
So before Kyrie got there, they were 0-3 without Luka, and since Kyrie's got there, they're 3-0 without Luka. So now they're 3-3.
It's gonna be crazy though because Luka demands the ball a lot. So does Kyrie. And Kyrie's
he does. Luka's a very
player.
ball dominant guard where he needs it in his hand, which does a very good job at it.
Yeah. And
but
Kyrie's not. He's selfish.
I'm saying even if he wasn't selfish, his play style doesn't lend to being the secondary ball handler.
Yeah.
He's a shot creator. He needs the ball in his hand. He's not a Klay Thompson where he's catch and shoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Klay's play style, no matter how cocky, arrogant, good, whatever and those aren't people don't call him cocky.
Yeah.
He can be a little he knows he's good, so sometimes he can get a little
his little knock-kneed waddle.
But his play style doesn't need him to have the basketball.
Never.
He comes off of screens and hits shots, and that's what he does.
Yeah.
Kyrie's not that guy.
No.
If Kyrie even if, say, Klay had come into the league and blew up and got real cocky and got into his head and then was fucked up and then got cut and ended up on another team and finally humbled himself, he could still be good.
Yeah.
Because of his play style.
Yeah.
With Kyrie, though, he's not going to come off of screens and knock down 12 threes a game for you.
No, he has to shoot like 5 crossovers.
Yeah, that's
He's
what I'm
that.
saying.
He's that. Yeah. No.
And
He's
I mean, when it comes to handles, he's that guy.
Yeah, he's probably the best since AI, since Allen Iverson.
But the problem is for Luka, who does also a lot of ball moves. He's not going to be a guy coming off of screens and taking threes.
Never. No fucking way.
No, he wants the ball in his hand so he can Euro step your ass or hit you with a little step back three.
Yeah, see, so I don't think they're going to vibe together like Kyrie and KD didn't mesh like that over there.
And so for me, it's like, we'll see, I guess. But it's hard to see two ball dominant guards.
Well, so. How do you feel about KD, Booker, and Chris Paul? Because Booker's not as ball heavy as Chris Paul is, but KD, I don't think they're going to mesh well over there. I think they'll be contenders, but they'll never make it past.
It's one of those things. It's kind of like when he went to the Warriors. Like, somebody has to be okay with getting less touches.
But Steph did that. Steph said, "I don't give a fuck."
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, who of those three now? Chris Paul doesn't really care about points. Like, he's not a scorer.
No,
he never really has.
But he wants the ball to facilitate.
And that's the thing could he be willing to say, not bring the ball up? Instead of let's say he brings the ball up 100 times in a game. Obviously, the number could be,
whatever it is. Yeah.
Could he be okay with it being 70 times now?
I don't think so.
Only 30%.
No, because he's based his whole career off being the point guard or god. Like,
well,
not the point god is obviously the position, not the points scoring.
Yeah.
He's a great scorer, but Devin Booker's already taken the back seat to Chris Paul coming in and being a shooting guard in the sense of the word. Just with 3 of them like that, I don't know.
Well, that's the thing is, say KD, because KD brings the ball up because he is a point forward. Booker brings the ball up sometimes. What does Chris Paul do without the ball in his hand? It goes back to the whole Kyrie thing.
Retires.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
hopefully,
it goes back to the Kyrie thing where off ball, Chris Paul's not an off ball guard.
No, he's not fast. He's not evasive.
He's also not statistically an amazing 3-point shooter either.
No, not at all.
He's a good 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
But he's not gonna come off of. I mean, if you're asking me, if you gave me a list of guys saying, "Hey, give me your top 5 guys you want to come off your screens to catch and shoot," I would put JJ Redick on that list before Chris Paul.
100%.
And no knock to JJ, but JJ is not going to be in the Hall of Fame.
No.
Chris Paul will be in the Hall of Fame.
Because he brings the ball up, and that's his bread and butter. I know it's the point you're making. I get it.
So you, like, Chris Paul, Hall of Fame point guard.
Yeah. Point guard. He's probably, who would be above him on the list? Jerry West wouldn't be. Who do you think would be? Do you
Stockton?
think Steph? Think Steph would be? No, because
Steph. I thought you were talking about assist leaders.
No, I'm talking about point guards, like true point guards. Steph probably wouldn't be because Steph took the background to KD just to come on to be friendly, like team friendly, and bang threes and shit.
So assist wise,
yeah, John Stockton's
it's
one.
Stockton and J Kidd ahead of him. That's
okay.
It.
And then Paul.
And then Chris Paul.
What's the difference?
The difference he could potentially pass J Kidd because it's only like a 700, almost like 800. Let's say 800. It's like 7 and some change. He could potentially pass him.
What do you think he averages a game? 4?
Oh, Chris Paul probably close to 10.
Oh,
in his career.
So I mean, this now if he's averaging 8, and they play 82 games. Like, fuck, man. In 2 seasons, he'll pass 700 if he plays. You know?
Yeah.
I wonder.
Career assists per game, 9.5.
Okay. So if he keeps that shit up, then he's going to pass J Kidd in by the end of next season.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I think he could pass.
He's going to.
Jason Kidd.
Yeah. But what's Stockton and Kidd? What's the difference in that?
So he'd have to play. That's just 84 games.
Yeah.
If he averages 9.5.
That's what I'm saying. Because he's probably not averaging 9.5 now.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Or he might be more now because he's older and.
So it's 800 to pass Kidd. It's 4,500.
He's not passing Stockton. Yeah, he's not passing Stockton. But Jay Kidd, he'll pass him.
Oh yeah.
By the end of next season, for sure. Unless he retires.
Number 4 in assists.
Who?
LeJean Brames.
Who?
LeBron James.
Oh, I was like, he's top 10.
4th.
That's fucking crazy. To have the scoring title, running, and assists like that in top 5,
and
he's wild.
He's 1,000 behind Chris Paul.
But still, that's crazy. Like, he's a great fucking player, and we have agreed on this many times.
Like, if you look at this
he's
list,
just a bitch.
He's the only forward on here.
Jesus Christ.
Because it's Stockton, Kidd, Paul,
all PGs,
James, Nash, Mark Jackson, Magic Johnson, Oscar Robertson, Isaiah Thomas, Russell Westbrook's at 10, Gary Payton. Like, I could keep going. It's Rajon Rondo, Tony Parker, Tim Hardaway, like James Harden. None of these guys are forwards. Jesus. LeBron's the only forward up there. That's wild. I clicked on steals just to see leaders. The same leaders in assists, the first 2, are also the one for steals.
I knew John Stockton was up there.
It's John Stockton, Jason Kidd.
Damn. Allen Iverson's up there too.
And guess who's 4th?
LeBron James.
Chris Paul.
Oh.
Because Jordan's 3rd. So Chris Paul could pass Jordan. So the assists 1, 2, 3 could be the
same.
Steals 1, 2, 3.
That's wild, dude.
Because Jordan has 2,514. Chris Paul has 2,509. So I mean that's.
Oh yeah, by the end of the season he'll pass Jordan.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
But think about that, like 1, 2, 3 in assists is the 1, 2, 3 in steals. Like
unselfish.
It's like.
Well, I mean, a lot of steals you get on the opposite end of the court, and you pass out to fast breaks. You know.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, so that's just like, I get it, like, but it's like so weird that it's exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It's not technically yet, but.
Yeah, it's going to be.
What is that? 5 steals is all he needs, or something. 6?
Yeah, he'll have that in like 7 games.
But, yeah.
For what's he averaging? Shit, you know. Yeah, that's wild, dude. Anyways, we're done with the trades, right?
Yeah.
The last thing I have on my list is how about Mo Bamba putting the pause on Austin Rivers? I'm happy somebody finally did it. Because who was Rivers trying to fight when he was with the Clippers? Remember, he was trying to fight somebody from a different team.
I don't know. I feel like I know that he said after the thing he's not a guy who tries to fight. Whatever.
No, he's a punk, dude. Austin Rivers is like the newer Chris Paul.
I feel like
just more vocal.
He
instigates a lot of shit.
He's like a chihuahua.
Yes.
Where he like instigates, but then doesn't.
No. You can't say chihuahua because chihuahuas are the most. You know, chihuahuas bite more people a year than any other breed of dogs.
Yeah.
Because they will fucking nip you.
Yeah, because they have little man syndrome.
Yeah, but he's got little man syndrome, but all bark and doesn't nip or bite.
Yeah.
Chihuahuas will actually fucking nip and bite.
So maybe like a Pomeranian where they're all barking at motherfuckers.
Yeah,
and
something like that.
And then when someone comes in the yard, they're like, what, you know?
That's funny. But no, he does. He chirps a lot and then can't take it. But Mo Bamba was sitting on the bench with his fucking starter shirt on, his warm-up shirt, and Austin Rivers missed a 3. They started going. They went down. He went down past half court and came back while the play was going. Or something happened down here.
Well, his description was he shot a 3, missed it.
Yeah.
Heard something from behind him. He didn't. He in the interview he didn't say a specific name.
Yeah.
But he said from one individual player.
Yeah.
and then they came down, and then they came back down.
Yeah.
And something happened, and the play was dead. There was like...
It was downtime, yeah.
And Austin Rivers said that he went over to the player. Like, so that means Austin Rivers...
Left his post. Yeah.
Left the court.
Mm-hmm.
And
you saw the video, yeah.
Yeah, and Mo Bamba, it's not like Mo Bamba was at the beginning of the bench by the scorer's table.
No,
the
he was
man
back
at
in
like
the corner.
the end of the bench. So you had to go over there and be like...
What? What's what you say? Sitting with a warm-up shirt on.
Supposedly, Austin Rivers says he was telling him, you need to be more respectful.
Yeah, watch what you say to me.
Okay. Because if you just said, hey, bro, let's keep it respectful.
Yeah.
Most people...
Yeah.
And I don't know Mo Bamba like that.
He's never had issues before.
Aren't gonna pop up and just start throwing hands because you said, "Hey, let's keep it respectful."
He went full Shaq West Mo Bamba.
Like,
he went his whole rap song on him.
He just jumped up and started firing.
Like took off on him. He must have called him the worst of the worst or said something about his mom. Dude, Austin Rivers had to have said something. He poked the bear.
Oh yeah.
It was something not like you said. Let's keep it respectful, guy. My guy, you know. He said, "Fuck you." I don't know. I wasn't there.
Like he had to have said something overly aggressive.
Yeah.
For Mo Bamba just to.
Well, they were chirping back and forth the whole game.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if me and another guy are chirping, and he comes over, hey, like, let's try to keep it respectful. I might be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Or get out of here.
Yeah.
But, like, my instinct isn't to come up out of my chair and just start swinging.
Yeah. Yeah.
I may stand up because I may think it start going that direction.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to be sitting down when someone starts raining punches. That's just not about to happen.
Well, I mean, Mo Bamba sitting down is probably taller than fucking him standing up. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
But, like, for him to just literally, like, no hesitation.
He, like, Undertaker rose from the dead, bro. And had his fist cocked so far back, and the look on his face was pure joy. Like, oh, I'm taking this dude's head off.
Yeah. Like,
and I don't know if he connected. He was swinging for the fences, and they grappled and fucking went down. And
five people got ejected,
and Mo Bamba got suspended for 4 games without salary. Austin Rivers got suspended for 3. It didn't say without salary, but usually in the NBA, it's suspension without salary. When you get suspended, you don't get paid. Yeah, or just the suspension. Usually, if you don't play, you don't pay. We don't pay, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that shit was wild. Hey, props to Mo Bamba because you did something that most NBA fans have been wanting to do since Austin Rivers came into it. And KG, the big ticket Hall of Famer for the Boston Celtics, said when Austin's dad was coaching them, what's Coach Rivers' first name? Doc Rivers, thank you. Was coaching them in Boston, that Austin used to come out from his little privileged suburb private school during the summer or off time and be out there and playing on the court. And KG said that this kid had the biggest mouth on him. Fuck y'all, what's up? N-word. I'll school anybody in high school. Ooh. And challenging everybody to one-on-one, and challenged KG, and anybody that knows anything about the NBA, especially legends, knows that KG will knock your whole fucking block off.
Yeah, we'll knock your whole block off, call your mom.
Well, I mean, he got Carmelo Anthony so out of his character for saying that his wife tasted like
Cheerios.
Yeah, Honey Nut Cheerios, that after the game, Carmelo Anthony went and waited by the bus, wanting to fight. KG's a big talker, and he can back that shit up. And he said he had to school little man, a.k.a. Austin Rivers, in basketball. And he said, hey, the kid had heart. The kid was talented, obviously. He came to the NBA. But he was like, but this kid would just come up and talk shit. He would talk crazy to us. Like, almost on some enemy shit. Like, disrespectful. Like, so he's been known to do that. This kid, when he got traded from the Clippers, where his dad was coaching him, Doc Rivers coached the Clippers, Austin Rivers on the team, he got traded from the Clippers to another team, and his dad, during a game where they played against each other, I can't remember what team Austin was playing for, his dad was arguing with the ref. This kid fucking campaigned for his dad to get technical, to get teed up and thrown out the game. Like he's just a punk, bro. He's just a fucking punk.
Fuck you, Dad.
He's
See
like
you Christmas though.
He's like the protege of Chris Paul, But he's like that younger, like you have the OG in the hood, and then you got the young bucks that are just, they don't think, they just do. But this OG was that dude that did shit.
Yeah.
But the younger guys are even worse. Chris Paul, and they played together in L.A. in Clippers, right?
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, you're my protege," and he was like, "Oh, I can't even handle him."
Chris Paul's like, whoa, bud.
Yeah, you took what I taught you, and you're running with it. Yeah, fuck both of those guys. I respect Chris Paul's work. He's the point god.
Just the difference is, like, at least it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I don't like Chris Paul. I don't like a lot of what he does, but people can put up with it more
because
of who he is.
Yeah, how good he is and shit.
Yeah.
Austin Rivers just got a big fucking mouth and not a lot of game. So that's what I have. I think we covered everything on my list. You got anything else big?
No, the only thing I had left was the New Mexico State University is canceling their men's basketball for the remainder of the season.
That's tough, man.
Due to some hazing. That's all the article said. It didn't go into details. But they're cracking down. They have a no hazing policy for all of their sports.
They must have done something really bad if they canceled the whole, or they caught all the players.
And I guess they were in California for a tournament, and when they returned home
against Oakland Baptist or something, Luis Obispo Baptist Church,
and when they returned back to the campus, they were all brought in and notified that the season had been terminated.
Oh, never mind. I was saying they were going to play the Baptist Baptist school, and they canceled that game because they canceled the season.
They were. I didn't remember where they were at in California. They were playing in a tournament or something, and when they got back to New Mexico, they.
Is New Mexico State like D2?
I don't know.
Or a small D1? It's probably like a D2. I could imagine a D1 canceling a season. I could see, the players getting hazed on the court that practice, like running until they puke and stuff. But I couldn't see them canceling with all the backing and alma maters and shit, alumni or whatnot.
Yeah, if they were like huge.
Yeah, with a lot of money being funneled in.
New Mexico State Aggies
is a Division 2, or 3?
Is a Division 1 level in the Western Athletic Conference.
So it's in the WAC?
Yeah, except for in football.
What's it?
It doesn't say what it is in football.
So they're a small Division 1 then?
Oh yeah, if you're in the WAC, they play with like UTEP.
Yeah.
New Mexico Lobos.
Probably. What school did Dame Lillard go to in Utah? God damn it, I can't remember what small state. Or small Weber State is WAC. Yeah, Weber State's WAC as well. So, but yeah, I think that wraps it up. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for hanging with us. The ones that are and the new ones, we appreciate and love y'all. It's episode 37. That's a wrap from your boys, Big Mike, and I am Blizzy. Until next time, peace.